I'm off.
You're
rolling.
off?
I'm off to the races.
I'm off the damn rails.
I'm off the damn rails. I'm off the wagon.
You're off your rocker. Mm-hmm.
I'm off my rocker. I was surfing at Rockaway. Speaking of rockers.
Jeez Louise, that was loud. You're a total rocker, bro. Runaway train. You think they ever have to hunt down the train?
Runaway train.
Yeah. I think that's when it goes off the tracks, right? It's like a runaway train. Is that a phrase?
No, runaway train's a phrase.
Yeah.
I just don't.
You think there's an underground railroad for trains?
How? Okay,
let them go to Europe, you know? It's like,
how mad were you guys when you found out that the Underground Railroad wasn't an actual Underground Railroad? Like, were you a little pissed off?
Not that mad, no.
I was when I learned about the Underground Railroad, I thought as like a second grader, I was like, awesome. Harriet Tubman is conducting a train that's underground.
All aboard to freedom.
And I was like, that's really cool. And then they were like, no, it's just a metaphor, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you live in New York City where there's a literal underground railroad.
Yeah.
So what about that?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Think about that?
I think about it every day, and I think it's cool.
You should start calling the subway the Underground Railroad.
I'm going to take the Underground Railroad to work. Right.
That's not cool.
That's not cool
at all.
You better apologize for that, man.
I'm sorry. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the We Cool podcast where we apologize and demand apologies and read anonymous listener apologies.
That's right.
How you doing, Tommy?
Good, man. Surfed all day today, and then I'm having a beer. So it's been a perfect day, I will say.
That's great.
Trains came on time. Sometimes when you go to Rockaway, if you miss one train, it can kind of like throw your whole day off. Hit every train.
That's what's nice about living in a socialist shithole like New York City is the trains run on time, baby.
Yeah, it is. When all the trains are on time, it's like this is insane. This is
get rid of the buses, replace them with trains. Okay. Yeah, the buses are so unreliable.
Yeah.
Train, and I think they might be more expensive than a train, or at least it's the same, but a train gets you further quicker.
It's top tier transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It makes me so mad that we don't have a train. We do, but it sucks. It just takes you to the fucking airport.
Dude, I mean, we've seen this take a million times online, but a high speed railway system would change everything.
What about a slow one? Is that a good compromise? Listen, it only
we have
12 miles an hour. Okay.
Also, dude, it was so fucked up that like Minneapolis built one train and it's literally a toy. It's literally like a fake.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking light rail is literally a fake train.
Yeah. It looks like a bus. Mm-hmm. It just looks like a bus.
Yes.
No, it's literally you built like a roller coaster that you would have at Camp Snoopy, and you just put that. What you did is you put that downtown Minneapolis, and you call that public transportation. Suck my dick.
They should just
put my dick, dude.
They should just put the light rail in the Mall of America.
Yeah, it belongs in fucking Nickelodeon Land or whatever it's called now.
Nickelodeon Land.
Nickelodeon Land. We're taking my kids to Nickelodeon Land.
Yeah, we're taking my kids to.
We're gonna see Legos.
We're gonna do the SpongeBob ride.
It's called Nickelodeon World or some shit, right?
Hey kids, you guys want to climb on top of the Lego Gundam? I think they'll let you.
Get up on the Lego Gundam. It's like literally from the geniuses that brought you the log ride at Camp Snoopy brings you the light rail to Minneapolis.
If I was running,
suck my dick.
Well, and the most enraging thing is that there was a super extensive streetcar system in Minneapolis. The bus companies bought the contracts and then paved over and tore up all the tracks.
It's so lame, dude.
It's
if I was running for public office in Minneapolis or St. Paul, it'd be my only thing that I ran on is just we're gonna have a good train.
No, absolutely. Imagine being autistic in like the 60s when they just gutted all that, because first off, no one knows what autism is. So you're not being seen. Second off, they just took away all the trains. Yeah. So you're a frustrated man.
Just wandering around the at the time actual violent streets of Minneapolis. Where's my train? Where did my train
What
go?
happened to my trains?
No,
sweet train.
I don't have time to get mugged and then stabbed. I'm mourning the loss of the train. I'm mourning the loss of the train more than I mourned the death of my mother. Okay.
Yeah.
This has affected me profoundly.
This is a good start to the podcast. Just like getting mad about public transportation for a little bit. Just get a little.
That's what sucks with Minneapolis is like, and I think I've probably said this on the podcast before, but we made a bikeable city in a city where you can only really bike around for like 4 months out of the year unless you're just fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
We should have focused on just do a train. That's it.
Underground train.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or above ground. What about SkyTrain? They could have from building to building.
That would be a great movie too. I don't even know what it's about, but SkyTrain, I'm going.
Now we really are getting into roller coaster territory.
Mm-hmm. Dude, why not build a roller coaster? Here's the problem with roller coasters. They're just for fun. What if we made them efficient? Exactly. You're going to get to work and you're going to throw up when you get there.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of loops.
And also, Ryan, you're not allowed on a lot of the roller coasters too.
Because I jump up and down. I jump up and down in the cart.
They're going like you got to be this high to ride on the public transportation roller coaster.
I didn't think about that.
So this might not be the move for a guy of your
at least I would know that other people are able to get places efficiently.
No, yeah, I like that. Roller coaster going through the buildings of Minneapolis, New York.
Did you guys see the Saudi Arabian cities that they're planning?
Oh yeah,
it's like the linear one. Like
dude.
Just straight line city.
Yeah. It's kind of awesome, man. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know. I listened to.
It's kind of cool.
Seems creepy.
I think it's bad. I think it's like I listened to a podcast like in 2020 about how like they were designing it, and the whole podcast was about how it was just like an environmental nightmare.
Listen, I don't debate.
Really?
I don't.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you why though. I didn't absorb any of the information.
It seems like dystopian to me. It
makes me think of Blade Runner, and that's why I like it.
Have either of you
aesthetic wise, it's fucking cool.
Have either of you guys seen the new Judge Dredd movie?
No.
It's called Dredd.
No.
It's really dope. And in it, basically every city
sounds like a Ryan character. Hey, I'm Judge Dredd.
Howdy, the name's Judge Dredd. I'm a ooky spooky judge. I got a spider gavel.
But all the cities in the eastern seaboard of the United States are all just like they're condensed into these buildings, these super huge high-rise buildings. So it's just like a full city or state even is in just a building. And it feels kind of like that.
How about this? Low-rise pants buildings. You get to see a little bit of the ass crack on the scraper, on top of the scraper. Shows a little crack. Low rise. So the building has a scraper. The building has pants on it
and an ass.
So you have these high-rise skyscrapers. You put some low-rise pants.
Put a pair of pants. Put a pair of pants on the building, and then you pull that pair of pants down a little bit.
If I was running for public office, that would be my like slogan. I would be like, "Let's put pants on those buildings."
You should run for office because all your your whole agenda, like people would talk about you and your politics and be like, yeah, man, this guy, he just kind of gets up there and talks about vague dreams he had one time. And
hot dog Disneyland, a hot dog Disneyland for every American.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse made of hot dogs. Ketchup, we don't have mustard because I don't like it. If you want mustard, you got to bring it from home.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, every bill he's proposing is just kind of like a fever dream.
And the House
and it's cool, and it's cool as hell.
The House votes to pass Section 4 of Hot Dog Disneyland, where Goofy is forced to eat a hot dog at all times.
Mitch McConnell is just like, I hate this idea. I don't know if he talks like that, but he kind of looks like it. He looks like
someone
he's got a warbly voice for sure.
He looks like someone who had throat cancer. He's got Roger Ebert vibes.
God, that guy sucks, man.
Ebert or
no?
McConnell.
Yeah, McConnell. Is Ebert cool?
I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah.
He seems like one of those guys who was on the Epstein flight logs.
Yeah,
it's like,
that you'd be like,
Ebert. Huh? Yeah, you're like, oh God, fucking sick.
Yeah.
You sick, mouthless man.
It's kind of, I don't understand people who have a career being a movie critic. How the fuck do you get that job?
You're rich, you're born rich, and then your parents know somebody.
What a sick job.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching movies.
Way better than servicing water softeners. I'll tell you that. My job sucks.
No, don't say that.
I got yelled at by a Russian woman.
Dude, you have to talk about what the old lady said to you.
Okay, yes. Here's the problem.
Gotta listen to this,
I wanted to do this as a bit, but it's unbelievable. No one.
You have an apology to demand?
It's not an apology. It was just a weird situation.
He made you uncomfortable. You could demand an apology.
That was funny. So I'm at like this 90-year-old woman's house, and her like 40 or 50-year-old son's there, and I'm like changing the filter, and right away she's like kind of weird, like she can't really hear me. And then I'm like working on the softener. He's in the living room, and she comes up to me, and she says, "You look like one of those men who used to fuck me in the ass."
No.
I look at her. I swear to God, I look at her, and she's just kind of looking back at me, blankly. And I kind of panic, and I go, "That's crazy." I didn't know it. And then it is. She says that. I say, "That's crazy."
What? Are you?
And then
kidding?
she just walks away and goes back to the living room. Yeah. Yeah, I think she maybe had dementia or something, because I think when they get old like that, they just kind of let it fly. But here's the problem, okay? Because
her son's just like, she's been like that my entire life.
Like, Mom,
not again.
Here's the thing, man. I get
Sometimes
it.
I wish my mom had dementia so she could forget some of this stuff she's been saying my entire life.
I get it. I have like kind of an old-fashioned face, and you can only walk around with a face like this for so long before an old woman tells you that you look like one of the men who used to fuck her in the ass. But nonetheless, it caught me pretty off guard. And I requested a review because I was like, hey, maybe, Yeah,
you do have like a dust bowl face. You got
for sure.
I know, she had a really German last name too, which should make me feel good because it's like great. I remind her of one of the guys that fucked her in the ass at Auschwitz when they were, Ugh.
Wow, that's
it's pretty insane, and it sucks because it's unbelievable. Yeah.
Did anybody?
No, it was just me. It was me, and then her son was like in the living room, and I don't think he heard.
He didn't hear it. Was it? Can I ask you? Were you a little scared?
No, because she's like an old woman, like a very small woman who just kind of crept up to me.
I know, but that gives me like now that I'm giving this a second thought, it gives me like kind of horror movie vibes.
It sounds like something Pennywise would do.
Now I'm scared thinking about the woman
because she was like smiling.
Yeah, even when she's smiling, that's really scary. Right? And is this scary or funny? It's funny at first, and then it turns into scary.
I think you're overlooking a pretty important option. Is it hot? Pretty dang hot.
It wasn't hot, I can tell you.
Right in. Is this hot, funny, scary?
She was reminiscing. Like in her eyes, I could see that she was like fondly reminiscing about getting fucked in the ass by someone who looked like me.
What position are you, like on the ground working on something? Or are you
I'm like standing up. I'm standing up and a little bit hunched over. So I'm like at eye level with her, and because I see her coming up, and my back's kind of turned, and then she comes up and I'm like, oh, hey. Just changing the filter, and then she's, you look like one of those men who used to fuck me in the ass. That's crazy.
Do you think she saw you come in, clocked you immediately as one of those guys who used to fuck?
I think it took her a little bit.
In the ass, and then she goes in the bathroom and kind of practices her.
Maybe. I don't think this was rehearsed.
You don't think she went in the bathroom and was like, "You look like someone who used to fuck me in the no."
She's like, drop the accent. Don't do the accent.
Yeah, don't do the accent.
Yeah, it was really weird, but it was pretty funny. Like I walked out and I called Grant, and Grant didn't really believe me when I told him.
No, it's an unbelievable story. And it sounds like something you would make up specifically.
It does.
You know what I mean?
It does.
Like,
yeah, I know you're telling the truth because you're presenting the information like you're in court right now. You're just kind of like, here's what happened. Here's how I responded.
Yeah, because you can't. If I play any of this up, it's already there's no credibility on it.
I think you could do it on stage if you just kind of just say it as is very seriously. Just
I don't
like
know, man.
this like, and then after you say the thing, like, she said, you used to look like one of the guys who fucked me. That you're just kind of like, you're not smiling. You're like, I know.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you deliver it the way you kind of just did, I think you could use this.
It is crazy too, because I could see it. Like I'm sure I do look like one of those guys. You know? Yeah.
Well, this is what I would do. I would do a little recon, maybe try and find a picture of her as a younger woman, see what we're working with.
Yeah.
I'm sure
as your lawyer, I would do no recon. I would not go back into this woman's home and dig up any old photos.
Yeah, I was done pretty quick after that. Like I was already changing the filter and they didn't really need much salt. So then it was just like, change the filter. I was like, all right, you guys are good. I'm not going to ask you if you have any questions for me because I'm kind of nervous about what questions you might have, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just left. Asked him to.
You got a good review?
Probably. I have a 5-star. I've had one 4-star review one time.
What happened?
I don't know. And what sucks, dude, is like our whole thing is like 5 stars. So there's like a couple months where I had like a 4.5 and I was like, well, clearly someone gave me a 4-star. And it's like, just give me a fucking 5-star. Unless I kill your dog, give me a 5-star review.
Yeah, well, it's weird to like give a 4-star for someone who's changing your water softener.
You don't need
like,
to be.
It's either got to be like 1 star or 5.
We're not asking.
Like, did it happen or did it not happen?
Yeah.
That's like, We're
not asking for like a critical, analysis of how I did. It's just good or bad. And if it was good, rate me the highest that you can. Anyway.
Yeah. Some people are weird though. They like rating. They go and yell.
They're cocksuckers. I had a fucking weird week, dude.
So
it's like people who do Google reviews and Yelp and stuff, TripAdvisor.
Right.
What do you like? What? Who cares? Why do you think
it's a lot of people? I think it's just like maybe like a hobby. I think they feel powerful. It's weird. I don't get it.
It is weird. I had another weird thing. I was at Wingstop yesterday. Walk in for lunch.
Yep.
And then
so you got Wingstop yesterday and today?
Yeah, dude, I'm kind of on a Wingstop kick. I go in, black lady cashier, right? And nobody's there. So like I walk in, walk up to her, I'm like, hey, how's it going? Nothing. I'm like, all right. Start ordering. I'm like, hey, can I get a
she's looking at you.
Yeah, she's looking right at me.
She doesn't respond.
No response. Yeah, I'm like, all right. I'm like, hey, can I get a number 8 with fries and a Diet Coke?
Yeah.
And she's looking right at me. I'm looking at her, she's not saying anything. And she just goes, she waits a couple of beats and she goes, oh, are y'all trying to order right now? I'm like, yeah, dude, what the fuck? Why do you think you're standing behind the register and I'm standing right here looking at the menu talking to you? Yeah, I'm trying to fucking order. And I got
both these interactions with this woman at the register and this Russian lady or whatever would throw off my entire month.
Yeah. It's just bizarre. Dude, it's like
I could not, I can't handle.
What did you think I was trying to What did you think I was trying to do? Are you
starting to feel like a ghost or something right now? Because you're being treated somewhat like a ghost.
Did Ryan die? Is this kind of like a...
Dude, my mom...
Sixth Sense?
My mom used to do this thing when she was driving. Like if somebody cut her off, she would go, am I fucking invisible? Mm-hmm. Am I invisible?
Yeah.
And I've been doing that a lot lately. We were thinking that, like, dude, am I fucking invisible? What the fuck? Mm-hmm. Also, I got boneless wings. She didn't give me a fork to eat it with. And I didn't ask for a fork, not because I was mad, but because I felt like it would have turned into an argument somehow with this lady.
Yeah.
Like,
so were you eating at the Wingstop?
Yeah. Because I was training somebody. So I was like, well, we'll just eat in here and listen to the SpongeBob episode that's on behind us. I'm not going to watch it, but I'll hear it. He was in driving class and he was fucking up Bikini Bottom.
Wingstop?
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
Doesn't seem like a place where you really dine in to me. I don't know.
That's because you're racist, Grant.
Yeah, you're stopping in and then you're leaving. Also, you're stopping any conversation as well, apparently.
Yeah, it was insane, dude. It was just like, yeah, man, I'm just trying to order food from you right now. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Got my food ready right away though, like immediately, which was weird. You ever have that where you're like at a they prepare the food too quickly?
Yeah, it comes out too fast.
All right, man. Yeah. There's no way.
What just happened?
How long was this back there?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes dude, one time
it was like just enough time for them to spit in it,
Yeah. No, sometimes like someone will order something at the restaurant and then like there will be already a plate of that that was like extra, that was just made, and then the ticket will come through and they'll be like, send it. And the people are like still getting like seated and like settled. And I like already have their like thing ready, and they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, man, it's fucking, here it is.
You shouldn't have ordered this so fast.
You shouldn't have ordered it, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
How was the show last night, guys?
It was fun, really fun.
Joe Bartel show.
Well, that was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, Grant and his band Wavy Maze were performing at Keg and Case.
Yeah, over in St. Paul.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So
You're
the band played again. Mm-hmm.
Nice, dude.
Wavy Maze.
Sounded?
Pretty good. Yeah, I thought we for practicing for about a month. We were.
People were into it, man.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a good turnout. Thank you to everybody who came out to that. That was super fun, and ripped some solos and fucking yelled at the crowd a little bit. Got some big laughs. Got some big laughs on the mic too. Mm-hmm. So it was a good showing.
He did an homage to one of your jokes too, Tommy.
I did.
Wait, what'd you do?
There was like there was a tip jar and
on the stage,
yeah. And Ian, our lead singer, was doing a real bad job of plugging the tip jar. He was being too
timid.
Yeah, he was being way too. He was like, "Oh, I don't want to ask people for money." I'm like, "Nah, let's go for this right now." So
Grant interrupted him and goes, "Just tell him to give us fucking money," dude. Like on the mic. It's pretty funny. Got a big laugh.
And then so people started sending their kids up with money,
which was hilarious every single time. It's like, imagine like 34-year-olds just running, but also kind of dancing.
Yeah.
To like kind of heavy rock music.
Yeah. Like, it was incredible. And then I was like referencing all the kids, and I was just like, bring me the boy.
I thought you were going to mine my barking technique where hey, if you guys don't come to the show, I won't be able to feed my 5 gay sons. I have 8 gay sons at home, and they need their soup. So please,
that would have been good.
You know, please, we need our tip jar. I need to feed I have so many gay sons at home that I'm raising.
Also, dude, it was great because like this is like an outdoor concert, and nothing's really. It's like kind of fenced in, but not really. So anybody.
That's cool that you went to support, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, me and Miranda went. We had a fun time.
Came to the after party too,
and then we tried to Irish goodbye, but so like dude, I swear to God, there was like 6 old men that were like on bicycles that were riding by, and every single time they would get like, I don't know, 100 feet away from the stage and just stop their bicycle and just like stare, like mouth agape, like, yeah, dude, yeah. This fucking rocks.
Yeah, man. We were bringing the boomers in.
Mm-hmm. It ruled. And then you could tell like they would be like, I got to go home, or my wife's going to think I had another stroke. So it's time to go home.
I'm only supposed to be out for 30 minutes.
Dude, that's so funny getting caught Irish goodbying multiple times that it's like just the worst.
Well, then you just got to lean into it. You got to go, we're Irish goodbying. We're going.
Oh, do not shake my hand.
No. We're leaving.
No, this is an Irish goodbye.
Yeah.
Don't gather people around.
Can everyone turn around, please?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna stay for another 5 minutes, but then we're gonna disappear. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? I'm trying to Irish goodbye. So just.
You guys mind if I Irish goodbye now? I'll see you.
Yeah. All right.
Why is that called the Irish goodbye? Because did he get too drunk at a party and leave?
Oh, I guess so.
I don't even have.
The Irish didn't have social skills. That's what I thought.
Yeah, you just leave nothing.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
You don't have to be drunk, I don't think.
Yeah.
No.
I think it's implied though.
I think it is implied. Everything like Irish is like implied that there's like booze involved. I was thinking about it because someone was like, oh, could I do an Irish coffee? And then I was like making them like a coffee with like a little JMO and then almond liqueur and then whatever. And I was just like, damn, it's crazy that like just Irish, just the country of Irish. Can I have an Irish coffee? Can I have booze coffee?
Even their coffee has booze in it.
Yeah. Can I just have an Irish this, Irish that? It's all just, can I have
it's
booze
also, dude, that's such a funny combination where you're like, I want to be able to focus, but I want to be drunk.
You in Ireland, all the coffee you order has booze in it. Like every drink that
you have to order it special. I get an anywhere else coffee?
I visited Dublin with my friend Ian, actually, who's in the band, and we were drinking a lot, in Dublin. And we took the train into the city one morning, and we went to this really old bar called Mulligan's. Molly's. And we were in there like at probably noon drinking Guinness, and Ian he was really hungover and he had a Starbucks in there. And this random Irish guy who was just in the patio with sunglasses on, smoking cigarettes, just starts dressing Ian down. Just absolutely like, I think he called him a disgrace for bringing a Starbucks into this bar. It's like,
you're a disgrace.
Yeah,
What's
the matter with you?
Yeah, it was nice. It was good.
I think I convinced Ian to take a $7,000 loan out.
Dude, can we talk about this?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, right. I need you to explain this to Tommy, Ryan.
Right.
But hold on. So Ryan told me about this financial genius move that he has made recently, and I asked him to explain it in front of the party of people last night. And I don't know. I'll just let you take over.
Okay, so here's what it is. I have pretty good credit right now because I took out like 3 credit cards and I just put streaming services on them. Which, by the way, if you're looking to build your credit, do that. Get a couple credit cards. Just put your Netflix, your HBO Max, whatever on each one, and then set auto pay on
Any monthly billing thing.
Yeah, you'll gain.
Do you pay these every month?
Yeah, just auto pay because you're gonna pay it anyways, right? So you just put it on these credit cards. And within like a year, if you're at like 600 something, you'll be at 700 in about a year.
Yeah.
So now I'm at like 750 and I'm getting like these personal loan offers. And I'm like, all right, well, let me check them out. I see one for $7,000. And
just for anything. Payment, just for personal.
Yeah, just a personal loan. So
we'll give you $7,000.
Yeah. So the monthly payment is like $100 for like 3 years. I'm like, okay, I'm going to end up paying more than $7,000 back, but I'm not really going to miss that $100. And if I don't have a reason not to spend that extra 100, I'm never going to have $7,000. So basically, if I take this loan out, it's kind of like I just have $7,000 for 3 years because I'm not going to spend the $7,000. So I've kind of just scammed my way into having $7,000 that I wouldn't have.
Did you get $7,000?
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, you did it. Did you go through it?
Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
He's not going to spend it on anything.
Yeah. So now it's like I have $7,000 that I wouldn't have had earlier, and I'm not really going to miss the 100 that's coming out each month. So yeah. And I
think it's genius.
Yeah, I convinced a room full of people last night, drunk, like hammered. Like, no, you guys all need to get $7,000 loans.
I
mean, it's
at least Ian. I think might do it,
dude. After you left, Ian was like, "Ryan is gonna." He thinks you're gonna take a hit on your credit because of this.
Maybe a little bit, but it'll go right back up because I'm just auto paying those bills.
Well, also, Ryan, your pitch is really good because it starts out with, "Look, don't you want Netflix, HBO, and
yeah."
It's really just entertainment based at first. Be like, listen, man. Get all streaming. It's like a streaming service at first pitch. You get all your streaming services.
Whatever.
Then you'll get $7,000.
For me, it was streaming services. But if you have like a monthly payment that's like $15-$20, put that on one credit card and don't spend your credit card. Don't spend it on anything else unless you can pay it off.
Yeah,
that's how you build your credit. It's really easy.
Dude, I have like amazing credit right now too,
Me
and
too.
I don't.
Dude, get a $7,000 loan.
Dude, should we get a $7,000 loan and like go to Europe or something?
Oh, you can't spend it. You can't spend it.
Well, why are you getting the loan if you don't want to spend it?
So I have $7,000 I wouldn't have had before.
I know, but then what's the point of having it?
But then it's just a wash.
Well, not after 3 years, because after 3 years, that's $7,000 that I wouldn't have probably saved up.
Well, why don't you just put away $100?
That's
and then you'll have like $9,000.
Because I'm not really capable of doing that. I need to have a certain amount.
You are doing it with paying the credit card. You are capable.
You're tricking your brain.
I'm saying mentally, yeah. Because if I have a certain amount where I'm like, okay, $7,000, it can't go lower than that. It's going to stay at $7,000. But if I just I'm like, oh, I got more than what I need for rent and food and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna buy some extra shit.
Yeah, it's like having like a trainer. Like you need someone to tell you to do the thing.
To be accountable.
Yeah.
You need to be accountable. You need to have like the big daddy bank to be like, give us the money.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, okay. And then you will have 7,000. But if you can train yourself to give yourself $100 every month, put it into an account, put it into like a bonds account.
No, it's stupid. Years from now, one of two things will happen. Okay. Either one, I'm going to go, that was the best decision I ever made. Or the other version will be, that was the only time I ever had $7,000. One of those two things will happen years from now.
Do you know if you're locked in at a certain interest rate?
I believe I am. But that's the other thing is if I'm not, I'm going to make sure I have enough to pay it off at any time.
Oh, you just pay off the whole loan.
Yeah. And then it's a wash. Then I learned my lesson. But I will say I've only learned maybe 7 lessons in my entire life, and I've done the wrong thing a lot of times. But usually it works out well enough where I don't actually have to learn a lesson. I've learned literally 7 lessons.
This is a financial advice podcast.
What can you name some of the lessons you've learned?
Shit before going to work.
No, you shit at work. You clock in and then immediately shit.
Well, but I'm going.
And you work at a restaurant.
I've had to shit in too many buckets and then throw the buckets in the woods. Also, I think I might get in trouble for that because I did it on somebody's property and I think he saw me doing it. And he's got little kids and I think they're going to be playing around because there's towels in there. I think they're going to be playing around with the towels. They're probably going to see my shit.
Wait, where are the towels?
On top of the shit and on the bottom.
Where's the shit?
In the woods a little bit. In the bucket. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You didn't like throw it in the trash or something like that?
I threw it in the woods.
You shit in the woods in a bucket in the woods.
Here's what you do. If you ever have to shit in a bucket, you're trying to get rid of the bucket because it's going to stink up everything. You either got to throw it in the woods or you got to throw it by train tracks.
Dude, it's so funny imagining Ryan like shitting in the woods in a bucket and being like, I got Sisyphus tonight at 8.
I'm not even shitting in the woods. I'm shitting in my van.
I gotta do House of Comedy tonight.
Yeah. I shit in the van. And then I have to take it from the van and discreetly and kind of ninja-like
but
dispose of it in the woods.
You didn't. Sounds like the guy saw you.
I got bold and I saw him staring at me out the window.
What?
Yep.
On the way back?
Both. He saw me walking there with a bucket and he saw me walking back to the truck without a bucket. So
yeah, dude, you're definitely like, because if I see that, I'm like, I'm going to find that bucket.
Maybe.
Yeah, and also like even
if
you don't like immediately clock in, like clock that this guy's like leaving with a bucket and left with, or like and didn't leave with a bucket, you're gonna find the bucket. The bucket's there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Someone's going to find
a dog.
I think so.
That dog's finding that bucket.
Yeah, the bucket's being found. I mean,
if they confront me, other than
why not?
Other than me saying this on this podcast.
What if it's not found for like 2 years and then like a beautiful tree grows out of it?
The shit tree.
It's just like in this fucking like painter's bucket, like this Ace Hardware.
Yeah, Home Depot bucket.
And there's just like an apple tree out of it.
The sweetest.
There's a wing stop tree.
The worst part about this.
There's a tree just growing boneless wings.
The worst part of this is we have branded.
And there's a black lady cashier growing out of the tree as well.
Who will ignore you?
You have branded buckets.
We have branded buckets too, so I can't even say that's not my bucket.
You digested the Wingstop seed and you planted it.
But yeah, always, or I guess maybe don't poop before work. But if you think you gotta maybe poop, just go poop, dude. Don't chance it. Don't chance it. You don't want to be stuck somewhere where you got to poop somewhere. That's not great. That's one of the lessons I've learned.
So you're just in the dark in the back of your van, shitting in a bucket.
Yeah.
What's going through your head when you're doing this?
This fucking
Shame?
sucks.
Yeah.
I fucking can't believe that this is happening again. I can't believe that this is the 4th time I've done this.
You've done it 4 times?
Yeah, probably 4 times. God. I've worked there a year. Shit, I did 4 times. I tell my coworkers too, and they're like, that might be a record for the most times any of us have ever had to shit in a bucket.
Yeah, and then you're just like, anyways, you want to go to Wingstop, you guys?
Yeah.
I don't think I trust that place, man. Yeah. After
it's always happened when I'm alone, though. It's never happened when I'm training somebody, which would suck. Because what sucks too is you got to
you got to have them guard you, like.
Well, you got to hide the bucket, in the van, and so then you open the van doors, and it's just a whiff of fucking shit because it's just sitting in there.
In the carpet of the van.
It sucks.
It's your van though. You get to keep it.
I mean, for now, yeah.
Yeah, eventually but you don't have to park it in the parking lot. Of your work. So like someone's like, yes, no one else.
You get rid of the bucket. Like as soon as you're done with that call, you get rid of that bucket before you go to the next call because you don't want that.
Did you shit before the call? And then you go in and do it, or do you shit after?
Both times it's been like in the middle of the call where it's been like, I'm not getting out of here in time, and it's just gonna happen. Like I'm either gonna shit my pants here It's always like something where you're like, maybe before you go to the call, you're like, I have the inklings of I have to take a shit, but not bad enough where like
20%.
You're like, okay, this is an easy job. I'll go
Like
do
a loading bar.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's at 99.
The pizza tracker.
Yeah, it's the pizza tracker.
It's like when it glitches, like it goes off Wi-Fi for a second, and then you're like, oh fuck, it's here. What the fuck? I was about to get in the shower.
Do you feel bad or sorry for shitting on someone's property?
No, I don't give a shit about that. I should be able to shit in their
toilet. Of course you don't give a shit.
You should.
Yeah.
You do give one shit.
You give a few shits about it.
Sounds like about 4.
But give about 4 shits about it.
Yeah, man. It sucks though. And then you got to wipe your butt with like a towel, which always sucks.
Yeah.
Why don't you get a roll of you should get a roll of TP?
Because I don't want this to keep happening.
But it is, dude.
You don't want to admit that this is a reoccurrence.
Yeah.
You also should get one of those camping things that's like a toilet seat for a bucket. Have you seen those?
No.
Ryan, why don't you just get a bathroom in your van?
Yeah, that's a good call. I just shit and it just falls out of the van onto their driveway.
Yeah, why don't you drill a hole in the middle? You put a toilet, no plumbing.
Dude, I was anxious though the last time it happened.
That's genius.
I was really anxious. The last time it happened, I felt like I smelled like shit when I walked back into the house, which you're like, you don't want to come back. Because I was gone for like 15 minutes too. And I was like, hey, I'll be right back. I just got to grab something from my truck. And then I'm just like fighting for my life in the back of the van. You know, like for like 15 minutes.
Because you are eating Wingstop.
Yeah, like fuck. Yeah, dude, pretty horrific stuff there. Write in if you've ever had to shit in a bucket or somewhere that you wouldn't have preferred to shit. Did I ever tell you guys about the time I peed my pants driving to Montana?
Yeah, I'm loving this episode.
Dude.
This is just a Ryan deep dive. This is fantastic.
I think I was 18 or 19. My parents had just moved to Montana, and my buddy Austin Stuffle and he was like my best friend in high school. He's also really funny. He was like one of those guys where I was always trying to get him to do stand up, but he just was like, I'm too nervous to go up. But he was like really funny. And we're driving, like we've just gotten to Minneapolis, and I'm like, oh, I got to pee really bad. I'm going to pull off. We'll find a gas station. And we're like in Minneapolis. So it's like, no, we're not. We end up in this roundabout, and I start peeing my pants, and I'm driving.
In the roundabout?
In the roundabout, yeah.
Uncontrollably?
Yeah. I mean, well, at first it starts happening, and then I see that it's happening, and then he sees that it's happening, and then I start laughing, and then he starts laughing. We're laughing really hard. And like the seat is filling up with my own pee.
Oh God. Is it his or your car?
It's my car.
Okay.
And then we pull into a Home Depot parking lot, and I left my pee pants in the parking lot, changed pants.
Your pissy pee pants.
The worst part is we did the trip in 2 nights too. And we didn't stay at a hotel. We stayed outside of one. So like the next day, I just remember my legs were so fucking itchy, dude. It sucked.
Oh my God, man.
It sucked.
Why stay outside of a hotel?
Because we were poor. We were like 18.
So you just slept in your car in a hotel.
Why don't you just get 3 credit cards and put one of the...
Well, I hadn't figured that out yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, but it was pretty funny while it was happening. Like it's really funny when you and your buddy are like, one of you is peeing your pants uncontrollably, and you're both just like, "This is funny."
It's just like we're fucked. Who gives a
We
we're
just
fucking there.
We've been on the road for an hour.
Yeah,
and I've already pissed my pants.
You got an 18-hour drive.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Do we have a viewer or do we have a listener apology?
We do.
We should jump into that.
Can we pause on that? I just drank a beer. Now I have to pee. All this pee talk.
Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, we can vamp.
All right, thank you. I'll be right back.
We'll be right back. We can vampire. What does vamp stand for?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Maybe it doesn't stand for anything.
It's like one of those fun broadcasting terms.
Vamp feels like it's short for something though.
Let's ask Siri. What does vamp mean? Let's see.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Fucking idiot.
Again?
What the fuck? Siri, what does vamp mean?
Vamp is an informal term.
Come on now.
As a noun, it means
a seductive woman who uses her sexual attractiveness to exploit men.
That's not
Do you want to hear the next one?
Okay, what about that? What does it mean to vamp as a verb?
Here's an answer from yourdictionary.com. Vamp is defined as a woman who takes advantage of men after seducing them.
Also, I don't like. I'm getting some very odd. Hold on.
Yeah, what are your search?
Siri, what does it mean? What does vamp mean?
Here's what I found from yourdictionary.com.
Short name for vampire. Nah, this is all wrong.
It's something else. All right.
If you describe a woman as a vamp, you mean that she uses her sexual attractiveness to get what she wants.
What?
This is, dude, my phone is freaking perverted.
We got the definition from MGTOW.com. Men going their own way.
And go. What is that?
It's like a men's rights group, or it's not. I don't know if it's a men's rights thing, but they're basically like, we don't need women to be good men. MGTOW.
Sounds like a slur.
Men going their own way.
That's website.
It's just like an online community where they're just like, yeah, we don't need women.
I like how
it's
like yeah, it's just like an online community where me and all my friends are hanging out, and I'm a member, and
I'm the founder.
It's really more than a website.
I'm the founder after my last breakup.
Okay, so we have an anonymous listener apology. This one's well, you'll see. I don't know. If you want to write these in, go to grantwinklescomedy.com/wecoolpodcast.
Grant, are you wearing a hot dog shirt?
Yeah, I am.
He's becoming the hot dog man.
Was this intentional after last week's episode?
No. I mean, I wear this shirt quite often. You've never seen me in this shirt?
Grant's gonna show up next week just dressed in a hot dog costume, and then be like, "What do you mean? I wear this."
We're
all
all looking for the guy who did this.
Also, dude, the way you introduce this apology, where you're like, this one is, well, you'll see. I'd love to see like a musician introduce a song like that, where they're like, this next song is, well, you'll see.
Well, I don't know. It's like,
it's actually cool, but it's cool when musicians do that.
Yeah.
So it's cool when I do that, right?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
All right.
Because if you go to like any indie show, the guy's always just like, yeah, I wrote this one. It was like a weird time.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just easier for me to play it for you.
We got to talk.
Yeah, and then they start.
Yeah. 319 show.
Okay.
So we should close on that.
But yeah, you'll see. Like I said, if you want to submit or demand your own anonymous apology, go to grantwinklescomedy.com/wecoolpodcast. I like to put on your podcast when I'm falling asleep.
Oh no.
It's low stakes and comforting to hear my friends riffing as I drift off to sleep.
That's
Smiley
great.
face.
That's great.
Sorry if that's weird.
No, that's
that's really sweet. I just I just can't imagine listening to my voice.
I know.
Yeah.
Like people are listening to this.
It's a self-hatred thing. That was my initial response. It
is weird. I haven't really been listening to the episodes recently.
You edit the podcast.
Putting them out.
You're editing.
Well, we do it, man.
You're producing the show.
Yeah,
you're producing the show, and you're like, yeah, I've never listened to the podcast.
I wouldn't listen.
Life.
But it's no, I mean, I've listened to every single episode, obviously. No, I have. I mean, but we don't really have much to edit anymore after I beat that out of you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Last week I censored you. We should have. I censored you, and I gotta say, it feels good. I understand why dictators do it.
It feels good to silence a white.
And honestly, can I be
honest? White man.
It feels good to be censored. Feels nice and safe, like a warm pillow.
Yeah.
And it's hard to imagine. It's just hard to imagine people listening to you. You know what I mean? Not to you.
Yes. I will say this. I will get the chip in my brain if it means that if whenever I say a slur, an automatic beep comes out of my mouth.
That would be cool.
I will let the government chip my brain.
Yeah. Tommy just walking around the streets. Beep.
I will become property of the U.S. government if they will self-censor me.
And you mean you'll get vaccinated?
Yeah. And by that, I mean, I will get the vaccine.
The Nick Mullen implant. Yeah. So I mean, that's amazing, but isn't it hard to imagine somebody listening to this as they're resting?
Wait, if they're falling asleep right now, let's kind of take it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
You're feeling pretty tired, aren't you? You had a big day, huh? Big day.
Oh, I bet you're gonna fall asleep like a baby.
You had a big day for such a little boy, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I bet you're gonna fall asleep right now like a little. Oh, look at the baby fall asleep.
Wow, you had a big day for such a little boy.
Wait, who's this coming in right in the door right now? Who's this coming in? Oh, it's the creaky door, man. He's gonna tuck you in.
Shit, he's gonna tuck you in. Over here. He's gonna tuck you in horny style.
He's gonna tuck you in.
The creaky door man's going horny mode.
He's going animals going goblin mode on your butthole.
Baby go horny mode.
Oh, and now you're dreaming. Now you're dreaming, and you're still.
Dude,
dreaming?
I love that Twitter account. Baby's going horny mode.
I tweeted "baby go horny mode" a couple days ago and I got nothing. Yeah. I thought "baby go horny mode" was pretty funny.
It is really funny.
I said it to Miranda, and she was like, "Jesus Christ!" And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
You want to know the context that I said?
yeah. I mean, not really, actually. I feel like
He's
the
talking on a
content.
pair of boobs, just going, "Baby, go horny mode." I've been doing this character.
A pair of boobs.
Yeah.
I like this.
Like both of them.
Yeah.
I've been doing this character, a guy who instead of like sniffing panties, he's into sniffing bras. It's like, oh yeah, let me smell those stinky boobs.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to give you a little comedy critique, it's not that far of a removal of a guy sniffing something else. I mean, just the mechanics of comedy. Mechanics of comedy call for a something that's just a little bit more removed than
he's
bras and
satirizing.
panties.
Yeah. He's doing satire.
I'm doing
maybe a guy sniffing a hat, maybe a guy sniffing whatever.
Honestly, it's just all of it seems like it could be a legitimate and almost certainly is a legitimate sex act. So it's just not like
the idea of this character is so funny to me because you're like sniffing panties is insane. What's even more ridiculous is sniffing bras.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's where the
panties.
Where the
There's
lies.
like some kind of scent. I feel like. Whereas like bras, it's like, what are you smelling? Sweat?
Any garment is going to be sniffable. I'm saying.
Yeah, it's all sniffable, man.
Guy who sniffs socks. That's
a thing. That's
a thing.
for sure.
Yeah, it's got to be a thing.
What about guy who sniffs his own underwear?
Like, see, now we're getting somewhere. Now
I do that. I do that if I wear them 2 days in a row.
Why?
I don't know, because I'm not that stinky, and I'll give it a sniff. And
you're sniffing. You're doing a sniff check, though. You're not doing it for pleasure or enjoyment.
I mean, who's to say?
I mean, sometimes the line is blurred. Sometimes.
We live in a nuanced
sexuality
world.
is a spectrum, my friend.
Sometimes I smell my underwear to check if they're clean, and then I go, "Hold on, I kind of like this. I'm kind of
hold on. Am I hard right now?
Hold on.
Wait, hold
Yeah.
on.
Am I going to jack off with my own underwear wrapped around my penis?
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
that would be so crazy, man.
Guy using his own underwear to jack himself off, and then he has another pair that's dirty, and he's holding that to his face.
Gross.
Yep.
Yeah, gross. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's super weird.
Tommy, you want to hear?
Weird.
You want to hear a new joke I've been doing?
Yeah, I would love to, man.
All right. I started incorporating toys into the bedroom. They're called Hot Wheels, and I love playing with them in my bedroom by myself. Ladies, get out of here. It's Hot Wheels time.
Yeah, I mean, I like where your head's at, you know?
Yeah. It's
I
been
think
crushing. It's been crushing really fucking hard. Every time I've done it, it crushes.
I hate audiences so much.
I know. I've been playing around with it though. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about the 319 Club?
Yeah, we should.
Wait, what's the rest of this apology? Should we?
That was it.
That was it.
Yeah. And they're asleep now and they're dreaming. So
yeah, we don't even need to.
Mission accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no need to apologize. It's not weird.
Should we be really loud and wake them up?
Fire!
Wake up! Fire!
Oh, shit.
That's awesome. We have such control over the theater of the mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
They're
saying?
gonna have a fucked up dream
All right,
about a dude jerking off with his own.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let me hear about 319 Club, and then I have I have a show to pitch you guys. Me and Zach Kagan are.
Oh yeah.
We're coming up with a. Zach Kagan visited New York, and I've been hanging out with him the
The
past.
man, the myth, the moil.
And we're gonna write a show.
Okay.
And bring it to Minneapolis. So
Is there going to be a dog barking in the background?
I'm crazy that you said that.
Bro, Ryan, you just flamed Tommy's ass, man.
Because that was the show. It's a comedy show with a dog.
I don't know how he's going to recover.
A German Shepherd chained up and barking at you.
Yeah.
No, it was just, is there anything you wanted to cover? Drank some beer and
yeah, it was just a fun show. It was
a good backyard show.
Dude, Grunko.
Yeah.
Grant went Grunko Binkles mode.
That's just what Ryan calls me now.
Yeah. I do call Grant.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever
He won't
heard.
let me bring him up on stage as Grunko Binkles. You wouldn't need to address it at all. You're Grunko for this.
Dude, Grant going Grunko Binkles
mode. Going Grunko mode. I did.
Mm-hmm.
And it was.
I do be doing that. Yeah,
I definitely went.
Yeah. No, on God, I'm be going Grunko Binkles mode.
I do be doing that. I went full Binko last night. It was great. 319 Club. I got my redemption. Had a good set.
He did,
and it felt good. Yep, felt great.
Yeah, everybody had good sets.
Yeah, it was a great show. Good turnout. Thank you for coming to that.
I opened because it's like a like very kind of alty kind of crowd. Grant last night described them as a trans crowd.
You just can't. You can't go Grunko mode to that extent, my man. I mean, seriously.
And I opened my set by going, "Hey, it's good to be here at 319 Fest. I dressed up tonight. I'm dressed up as something we all know and love here at the 319 Club. The status quo. Who wants to keep things the same, huh? Who's happy with the way things are?"
A little irony.
Mm-hmm.
Kick it off with a little bit of irony.
Kicking it off with a little bit of satire.
A little bit of twisted humor.
A little bit of fucked up shit that I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a fun show. So shouts out to Joe Bartel. We may have him on the podcast next weekend.
I would absolutely love that. I've been trying to get him on for 10 years at this point.
Yeah, Bartel, and he's moving now, but it sounds like they're going to be doing shows eventually at the new spot in Northeast. So, yeah.
I got a little bit sketch to pitch you guys that me and Clay are going to cook up.
Is this the show or the sketch?
No, this is a sketch me and Clay are doing.
Okay.
So, Grant, you've seen The Bear.
Yeah.
The show on Hulu. We were talking about The Bear. Just to remind the listeners, kind of egomaniac chef, toxic environment, a lot of yelling, high stakes. Yes, chef, right away, chef, heard chef, all day chef.
Hands.
Yep, exactly.
Feet. Put your feet in the
I need feet. I need feet in the kitchen right now.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the show. You can kind of put it together. Anyways, me and Claire are gonna. I think we might do this tomorrow night, but so it's gonna be a little difficult because we're gonna do it at Bathhouse in the Bathhouse kitchen, and like when Clay's shutting down the restaurant, and then I'm gonna go there at like midnight, and we're gonna like shoot this thing till like 2 a.m. But we're gonna do a parody on the show The Bear, and I thought of it. Clay was like, we should do a parody on the show The Bear, and then immediately I was like, okay, this is what we should caption it. The show The Bear, but the restaurant only serves peanut butter jelly sandwiches and water.
Right.
And it's just us going like 86 peanut butter, 86. Oh, fuck. And there's chef, there's a woman outside. She wants to substitute milk instead of water. What the fuck? Are you trying to fuck me right now? You my wife, Janice? Do you find me attractive? Because you're trying to fuck me right now, And it's us just like, chef, our order just came in. They gave us hummus instead of peanut butter. Oh, fuck. God damn it. So many cigarettes in our mouth,
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, the show The Bear, but the restaurant serves
that's good
peanut butter jelly sandwiches and water.
Tommy,
that's going to be a viral sensation.
I think if we can get it out next week.
Yeah, got to do that soon.
We got to get that soon. Why it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever tell you why I got fired from the Pancake House?
Maybe, but I forgot.
Well, the cooks, they would always say, hands, we need hands in the kitchen, hands. And then I would come in and go, arms, shoulders, knees, and toes. Too. We need those in the kitchen, you know?
And is that seriously why you got fired?
Yeah,
you quit.
I quit.
They fired his ass, dude.
I quit.
Yeah, they said hands, and I'd be like, what about dicks?
How does it go? Hands, arms, shoulders.
It's head.
Hands, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Shoulders.
Hands,
Head,
shoulders,
shoulders,
knees,
hands,
and toes.
Head, shoulders,
Shoulders, knees, and toes.
You could say hands
knees and toes.
Hands, shoulders,
Hands, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. I got fired.
That's why I got
So
fired.
hands. We need hands.
What does that even
Shoulders,
mean,
knees, and
Tommy?
toes,
Do you
knees
know
and
that?
toes.
What's the
Yeah, we need hands to carry plates out of the kitchen.
That's it?
Yeah, I need hands on plates to carry to tables. I've
heard the other thing, but I've never heard the hands thing before.
No, hands is, yeah, like if I'm carrying 4 plates and it's like a 5 carry, it's like 5 plates to a table, and I'll be like, can I have hands? And then someone will follow me with 1 plate.
Okay.
All right. So how much time have we been doing? How long?
We are at about 55 minutes. So we got about 5-10 minutes left.
Well, so me and Zach, Zach visited New York, our dear friend, Zach Kagan, friend of the show, whom we love. So me and Zach, we're going to do a show, hopefully in June in Minneapolis. We're going to rent out a art studio, like an art space, some studio space in like Northeast Minneapolis. And we're going to put on a show called Tommy Bear and Zach Kagan present the Black Box Sessions.
Okay.
And we're going to do a theater. We're going to put on a play.
Yeah.
And we're going to advertise it as like, this is serious. We're just doing sketch comedy. We're doing like 6 sketches, and it's just going to be him and me, like kind of like dramatic sketch, But, and then in between costume changes, we'll have like you guys go up to do stand-up comedy.
So you guys, are the sketches actually funny though, or no?
Yeah, the sketches they're actually funny, okay. But we're advertising it like this is serious, And
like you guys in black turtlenecks and stuff.
Yeah, black turtlenecks, and then if I have like a dress on, if I'm playing like Zach's wife, it's like a black dress over a black turtleneck. It's it's black box theater. It's spotlight. It's
visceral.
It's visceral. It's quiet. Like we don't start until it's the room. It's completely silent, and then we start the sketch, and then the sketch ends and we walk off stage, and then like one of you guys comes out and goes, anyways, I've been hanging out with my girlfriend recently, and that's the buffer between our costume change. I'm gonna ask Joey Hamburger to direct it and also film it. So film it live, and I'm gonna get him to do. We're gonna drop like hundreds of dollars on like a studio space, and then we're gonna sell $10 tickets BYOB. Hopefully make our money back. But it's just gonna be like Tommy Bear, Zach Kagan present the Black Box Session.
Nice.
Not comedy, and like in the bottom of the poster, not comedy theater. So we're not doing comedy. So look out for that.
You're subverting people's expectations by saying it's not stand up, and then when they come, Zach's there, and it's still not comedy.
So I'm gathering though that it's there's going to be some relationship, maybe some tension and stuff. Exploring if you're in a dress, you're playing his wife. Do you want to tease any more of the themes that you might be exploring in the Black Box Sessions?
Good question.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking about being like mic'd up, for when we go backstage while you guys are on stage doing stand up, and we're like mic'd on a speaker, and we're going like, dude, they keep fucking laughing at us. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like you gotta take this seriously, man. I'm like, you gotta quit fucking me right now, because you're fucking me, and then this is happening during one of your sets.
Yeah. And this is right after like you do a sketch called like the spilled spaghetti or something like.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. And also you guys can't address our bits you have to power through and do your act. Okay.
We stop doing our stand up when we hear you guys
you can stop.
As soon as we start again, you start talking.
So my dad wants me to be a pipe fitter.
exactly.
Yeah.
My dad wants to be a pot, and then I start talking, and you can stop for a little bit and look weird, and kind of, but you can't go like, what's going on here? You have to
Just rub the sweat from our brow and go.
Yeah, exactly. Because like we're paying you a lot of money for this gig, and you don't want to like disrespect the creatives behind this project.
Yeah. What if
when
you guys are out doing a play on one, Grant and I are backstage and we're mic'd up and like they keep laughing at our monologues.
Everyone's mic'd backstage. But we're gonna rent a studio space in Northeast. Zach's gonna shop around some places, and we're gonna rent it out for 4 nights. We're gonna spend 2 nights, kind of building the set, building the space, and learning the space. And then we're gonna have 2 shows.
Mm-hmm.
So Grant's gonna find you
2 nights of shows.
Zach's gonna find you a place that he's played Magic the Gathering at before. That's what's gonna happen.
Correct, Mundo.
Yeah, I also maybe like the idea of Joey being like very aggressive and like disrupting the show.
Yeah, Joey's giving us. He can give us notes.
Yeah, you should have him come out and tell the audience to shut the fuck up. Yeah, he's screaming, "Shut the fuck up!" in front
of the crowd, like with the handheld.
Joey's like gonna be like too invasive on stage with the camera.
What if Joey has like the conductor things where he's like he's like directing music,
Yeah, like, and I'm not joking when I say this. I'm willing to pay Joey $200 a night to do this. Okay, I'm not gonna lowball anybody. I'm willing to invest in this project.
Dude, have him. I'm serious. Have him like he's directing an orchestra at the front of the stage with his back to the audience. And every time they laugh, he tells them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Stop laughing.
And Joey's going to be, I know he's going to, I haven't pitched this to him yet, but I'm like, listen, Joey, I'm going to pay you the bucks. Okay. I want you to direct and produce this. Okay. You're the visual guy behind,
he might not be here. He's going to go to Paris. I know. You got to make sure he's going to be
I think he's just like visiting. I don't think.
Yeah. I think he's going to move to New York too. So I'd have to fly him out.
Yeah.
It should be Joey Hamburger presents
Tommy Bear
and Zach Kagan presents the Black Box sessions. And it's going to be us black and white with sunglasses. We're also going to do like these like promos where it's like paparazzi running up on me while I'm getting into my apartment. They're like, Tommy Bear, I feel like I heard that you're taking the Black Box sessions off Broadway. And I'm like, I don't know who told you that, but do not print this. This is off the record. And like, I heard you're taking the play to Minneapolis. What's going to happen? And I'm like, you better shut the fuck up. I hate you. I hate the fucking Times. And, and then Zach's going to do one, like a promo where we're like, we want the media away, but we're taking this.
We're taking
this. We're like the Beatles. We're taking this to Minneapolis, though, for a once in a lifetime theatrical experience.
There should be
not. You should. We're advertising it as not. Sorry, what's up?
We should maybe incorporate that into like a video that you play at the beginning of the sketch, kind of like the House of Comedy intro video. But it's you guys like getting to Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you best believe we're gonna have a projector. We're gonna have it all. And it's gonna be like, Tommy Bear and Zach Kagan, they once did a variety sketch comedy show at a comic book store. They've grown past that. They're not doing that anymore. They're doing.
You're artists now.
Yeah, they're an artist. Yeah, they've
they're
expanded their horizons.
They're one artist.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, yeah, and here's the thing about listening to this podcast. You get a first look at a lot of kernels, at a lot of beginning kernels of bits.
Yep, it's smart.
And also to be building the anticipation this far in advance. 11 months.
Yeah, a full calendar year almost.
It's really, it's just gonna be simmering.
Yeah, people's mouths are just dripping.
Also, this is kind of like a dress up event. Like, don't just come fucking wearing jeans and
you'll get turned away and your ass kicked.
You know what I mean? Like, this
no
is
refunds either.
No.
This is
there's defunds. We'll charge you twice.
Yeah. Like, it's BYOB, but it's like cocktail dress attire. You know what I mean? You're going to see a play. You're going to see theater. So why don't you fucking dress up for it?
Why don't you act like
BYOB, but it's only champagne.
But BYOB, champagne, and cocktails, and you have to bring all your shakers and everything.
BYOB, bring your own bussy.
That's right.
Can I pitch you guys a couple one-liners?
Absolutely. Then we'll get out of here.
All right. I keep hearing about kill shelters down south. They have a lot of kill shelters.
Mhm.
Not a
I
big
have not
fan.
heard of that.
Okay. Do you know what it is though?
No.
It's like
I don't
animal
think so.
shelters. Well,
Where
they'll
they'll kill the dogs that
Yeah.
come in.
Oh, is that what they're
if they're not
called?
adopted. Yeah. It's an animal
It's
kill shelter.
not much of a shelter.
Yeah. So I got to be honest, not a big fan of these kill shelters. I like maim shelters where they just maim the dog. They just hurt the dog. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad had a stroke, and people ask me all the time, what kind of stroke did he have? Butterfly.
That's classic.
He almost died from it. Almost killed him.
Mhm.
Memory was never the same.
Is that it?
Yeah, those are the two.
Oh man.
They're one-liners, baby. I think maim
Yeah.
shelters are pretty funny, though. Why do they got to kill the dogs? Why can't they just hurt them a little bit? You know?
That is pretty
Yeah.
funny when you put it like that.
Like they call the dog names.
No, like maim is like
Oh, maim.
you were maimed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
Like-
said name shelters.
No, maim shelter. It's
Oh,
pretty
I-
funny. Kill shelter, maim shelter.
I thought you meant like kill shelter versus like name shelter, where
No.
like they're like, yeah, you fucking asshole.
Where they give them names. So like, your name's Frank now.
Or they
You're-
call them. They like, you know, they like.
Yeah, you're a pug named Frank now, dude.
And now we're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Now we have to kill you. All right. I feel like we're losing steam here.
What
Kill
about
shelter, but what about
What about Rick's- Rick's animal kill shelter?
Rick
and he's-
Bronson's
Rick Branson's house of animals that he kills, and he's just got a big fucking gun on the sign.
yeah, right
This
before the
man-
dogs died, he also plays the same House of Comedy intro.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Send him out right.
Send him out with a laugh.
Your headliner tonight. It's the sound of a gunshot.
In slow motion. It sounded like-
Well,
You guys ever notice that?
sleep good night and sleep tight to all of our listeners. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Do you think guns used to sound different in the 50s? Because you ever notice that? You ever watch like an old country or an old Western movie, and the guns are always like.
I think microphones were a lot different.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think they sound like that. Man.
I think it was all the same.
Maim shelters. Think about it, baby. Butterfly.
That's the gold right there.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thanks for listening to the episode, gang. To the listener who listens to us before bed, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Send in those anonymous apologies. GrantWickelsComedy.com/WeCoolPodcast.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week, you fucking piece of shit.
Bye.
Asshole.
All right, bye.
Pretty good episode.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun
Pretty good.
That was a fun one.